found a new gear this year, and she's showing the academic results to prove it. We know the quiet hours she's put in.
Tom is thriving. He's really settled into his new boarding house, made great friends. I mean, he talks too much, but I imagine that comes as a little surprise to you.
Her hockey is impressive, and the county call-up was completely deserved. She made us all very proud that day.
His success with the debating team has definitely boosted his confidence in the classroom as well.
But the most obvious thing...
And the most important thing?
Is that she's very happy at Worth.
Is that he is very happy at Worth.
Good afternoon and welcome to East Grinstead, sunny East Grinstead on the Saturday afternoon. for the game East Grinstead versus Hampstead Westminster Ladies Ones. My name is Richard Curtis, the East Grinstead first team goalkeeper, and we are also playing against Hampstead Westminster after the girls' game. So we're looking forward to an exciting matchday experience here at East Grinstead this evening, and we are looking forward to taking you guys through the action. So our Hampstead Ladies Ones have had a good run of form in the Premier League so far, winning their first two games to Birmingham and Loughborough, and just taking one loss to Surbiton, which was a close affair in that game away at Surbiton. And Hampstead lost their last game to Wimbledon. So, you know, it's two strong teams going against each other today. Should be quite a good show of hockey talents, abilities. So we're really looking forward to the showdown. Quite a new look EG ladies team this season. Looking really sharp, really well, and hoping to get another win today, and to push them further up the table and competing obviously for that number one spot. Curtis, East Grinstead, first team goalkeeper, and joining me on the mic is first team striker Luke Mobley. We are here to take you through the game. And so, Luke, what are your thoughts on the game for today?
Should be an interesting game, I think. East Grinstead have one of their key players back. Alexandra Mauser is back after her injury, so it should be interesting to see how she gets along.
Yeah, agreed. Just looking at the table, Hampstead are just one place below East Grinstead, so really should be a tight, even match, based on the table and the set of results as well. Is there anyone in particular from Hampstead we should be looking out for?
They have a couple of star players. Off the top of my head, Holly Hunt, Lily Owsley, two of their key players that we should watch out for.
Yeah, fair enough. You know, because Holly was also part of the England and Commonwealth Games as well, so I think she'll definitely be one of the players to look out for. Just as the girls line up, getting ready to shake hands and start the game. So just running through the East Grinstead lineup. Number 2, Field. Number 4, Simi. Number 5, Mauser. 6, Thompson. 7, Fernandez, Lacourt. 8, Mitchell. 9, Hansford. 10, Unsworth. 11, Gomez. 12, Raya. 14, Howard. 15, Breed. 16, Folstitch. 17, Brown. 19, Bray. And last but not least, number 22, Locke. So the ladies are just getting ready for the whistle to go, for pushback. Pretty good atmosphere, pretty good weather as well. So we're looking forward to it. And we are away. Pushback. Hampstead in possession of the ball. Good early transfer around the back from Hampstead. Ellie Ray in pursuit of the ball. Unlucky, good tackle. Free hit to Hampstead. And turnover ball. East Grinstead's first touch of the ball in the game. Oh, good ball in.
That's a goal.
Oh, that's a goal to Hampstead in the first around 2 minutes of the game.
Ball fired in from the right side. Little touch on the back post.
Yeah, so I think that East Grinstead will be a bit disappointed with that start. Probably shock them into hopefully a strong comeback here. With a quick ball upfield and a free hit 1 in the 25.
Taken quickly. Ball in.
Oh,
Just goes past Sally
unlucky.
Syme at the top D. Foul to East Grinstead, middle of the pitch. Holly Hunt winning the foul there for Hampstead in the middle of the pitch.
Good ball in. Free hit for Hampstead just outside the 5. Another breakdown by East Grinstead. So what do we think of the start, Luke, from both teams so far in this first quarter?
I think it's been very back and forth, to be fair, as we start off this game. Both teams trying to attack quite quickly and losing the ball up the pitch. Here we have Hampstead in possession.
Oh, good intercept.
And whistle goes
well
for an
done.
EG ball out. No, it's been a good start to the game, I think. Both teams are just trying to hold on to a bit more possession than they can. Here we have Mauser running down the side.
Yeah, I'd agree. It's been a bit, quite a bit back and forth to start, but hopefully both teams will settle into a good pattern of play, and kind of work over the opportunities. Harriet Mitchell on the ball. Ball just making it through there. East Grinstead building up really nicely.
Pippa Lock having a go. Hampstead sideline.
Good ball. Unlucky. Hampstead 16.
Hampstead now setting up a high transfer here. Just trying to move the defence left and right, find an opening into the D.
Good turnover. East Grinstead on the counter. Good skill, good bit of skill. Really
Great
nice.
bit of skill there.
Crowd's loving that as well.
Here we go, good ball in. Find that back post. Oh, just too early.
Unlucky, unlucky. Right idea. Right idea. Let's hope that the Grinstead girls can carry on with this phase of the game that they're on.
Good win there.
Umpire shouts play and turnover position to Hampstead. Yeah, I think that was a really good opportunity for East Grinstead in the previous play. Ball just flashing past the far post. But just showing kind of the counter-attack ability and the pace of East Grinstead up front. Sophie Bray as well, really potent goal scorer for East Grinstead over the years. So hoping that she can get on the score sheets today.
Hampstead starting off with a high press here.
Quick free hit taken from Hampstead into the circle and turnover. Mitchell on the ball. Very well done by the Grinstead ladies.
High turnover there for Hampstead. See if they can go. Free hit outside. Once again, Hampstead in this high transfer shape.
Turnover, 16, free hit out to East Grinstead. I think just from East Grinstead's perspective, potentially they would look to just control the game, consolidate possession more. From Hampstead, probably really happy with playing forward with on the broken play, turnover, potentially suiting them in this first quarter.
Good free hit there, won by Mauser, taken quickly.
Oh, unlucky. Good tackle. Breakdown outside the 25. Free hit to Hampstead.
I think Hampstead will be the happier of the two teams at how they started this game. They're controlling with ball in the opposition half.
Yeah, agreed. Hampstead have had obviously won the lap and had a fair few bit of the possession and opportunities. Although Grinstead have created one or two really good opportunities up front. Good tackle by Mitchell again on the outside of the circle. And a 16 for the Grinstead ladies. Some good weather actually today. You know, looking earlier, it was looking quite ominous. Weather, but it's turned out to be a really great day here down in East Grinstead for the double header. First team, ladies and men's, versus Hampstead and Westminster today on a Saturday.
Definitely, as the sun gets lower, it might become a factor in how both teams play, with the sun going away from the cameras here.
Yeah, I can say from a goalkeeper's perspective that the setting sun is definitely an enemy and trying to keep the ball out of the net. So that could potentially become a factor for both teams. But at the moment, good weather here. Hampstead are 1-0 up against East Grinstead ladies. East Grinstead with a free hit inside the 25, looking to take advantage of this position in the field. Raya playing the ball out.
Thompson playing it wide. Free hit one right in the corner for East Grinstead.
So we've got about 6 minutes 40 left on the clock for both teams to try and impact the first quarter here in the game and assert their dominance. You can just hear the Hampstead coach below me shouting to hold the ball, just control the game's tempo from a Hampstead perspective, being 1-0 up.
Holly Hunt with a good turn there and back inside. Should be a free hit.
Ball over the back line, so 16 to East Grinstead ladies. Got a fair few ladies on the field today representing England in the Commonwealth Games. So really exciting for some of the fans, the younger fans on the sideline, just having a look what it takes to be an international level athlete. and the kind of skills and professionalism on display. I'm hoping that will bring some nice quality out to the game. So the ball is inside from Hampstead. Holly Hunt on the board, driving through. Good tackle by Grinstead, by Eli Raya.
Holly Hunt with a good piece of skill there, finding the East Grinstead foot on the edge of the D. Taken quickly.
And free hit for dangerous ball to East Grinstead.
Lily Owsley taking it quickly, passing the ball to Hunt here. Hampstead in the D. Good ball across,
Good
great save.
by Shelley in goal.
Hampstead long corner there. Very good goalkeeping to keep that one out.
My correction, Izzy Field in goal for East Grinstead as a second game in this season for the East Grinstead ladies first team with a very important clearance there just in the last phase of play. It's all a bit in the mixer at the moment in there. Grinstead come away with the ball, Hampstead back in position. Save off the line by Mitchell and played out to the counter is on.
Nice aerial over the top to Raya. East Grinstead trying to win the ball high up the pitch here. Ball to Amy Thompson on that right-hand side. Progresses up to pitch to Bray. Ball into the D. And intercepted by Hampstead there.
So we got around 1 minute 50 left in the first quarter. Grinstead will look to try and at least get one more opportunity in this quarter to get something very positive out of it. Having said that, Hampstead throw a long ball down the field. But East Grinstead back on the ball. And a free hit inside the 25 with a counter by Lirea. Long corner.
Mauser down this left-hand side now. Tries to find a foot there, cleared by Hampstead. Bray attacking the circle.
And unlucky 32 seconds to go on the clock. Hampstead will probably just look to manage this period now, run it through to the end of the first quarter without giving the ball away.
High press from East Grinstead here. Lily Owsley plays out. Good tackle by Alexandra Miles there.
2 seconds on the clock. Time off from the umpire. Green card for East Grinstead. And that is quarter time. So, green card for number 7, Lacourt. And that is quarter time. Hampstead lead East Grinstead ladies 1-0 down in East Grinstead. So, Luke, any your thoughts on the first quarter from both teams?
I think East Grinstead have countered pretty well, played quite deep and tried to attack at width. But it's just the last kind of couple touches in the circle haven't been there. And Hampstead have been holding some possession in the East Grinstead half, and I think we'd be quite happy with how the first quarter's gone.
Yeah, Hampstead definitely having more of the possession in that quarter. East Grinstead, like you said, holding back a bit, looking to hit on the counter. With 1 or 2 really good opportunities in that first quarter. Any standout players from you in that first quarter?
I think Owsley's played well in the kind of screen area, picking the ball up for Hampstead when under pressure, turning and finding a quick pass out. So it might not look super flashy, but that's really the engine room of how the team's playing.
Yeah. And I think, you mentioned not flashy, but Holly Hunt for Hampstead is showing a bit of flair out there in the midfield this first quarter. So she's definitely one to keep an eye out for. East Grinstead, any standouts for me from East Grinstead?
I think the link-up between Bray and Unzi going up the pitch, especially on that counter-attack, you've seen it a few times going up.
Yeah.
The right-hand side is where a lot of the threat's coming from. So anything through those two is always going to be a touch of class, isn't it?
Yeah. So the ladies are getting back into position for the start of the second quarter. Hampstead starting with the ball. Umpires just checking, and we are away. Good step and interception by Chloe Brown.
Carlotta with the ball down that right-hand side, intercepted for a sideline.
Good phase of position here for the Grinstead ladies, playing the ball around the back, trying to manipulate the press of Hampstead to create a little bit of space for them to attack into. Counter-attack here for the East Grinstead ladies. Ball played out wide, looking to get the ball in. Long corner. Chloe Brown with the ball. Ball in to the near post, but unfortunately over the baseline. Hampstead will set up. Again, looking to control the game. East Grinstead with a full press, trying to put them under pressure to turn the ball over. But expertly played out by Hampstead and ball down the line. Unfortunately, back over the 16. Full press, turnover ball, East Grinstead on the top of the circle. It's about 13 minutes left in this quarter. Still 1-0 to Hampstead. But East Grinstead pressing and pushing really hard in this quarter, looking for the equaliser. So the quarter time chat must have paid some reward here as they throw the ball in. And unlucky 16 for hit out to Hampstead. Oh, unlucky. Just trickling past the near post. Long corner to the East Grinstead ladies. Will hopefully be looking to win a short corner or get something on target. The ball runs over the back line. Again, another 16 for Hampstead. Good press by East Grinstead, causing Hampstead to play the ball over the sideline unopposed. Mitchell with the ball. Good tussle for the ball down in that far corner. And long corner to East Grinstead. Still without a single short corner in the game so far, with 11 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Some good support here for East Grinstead on the sidelines. Free hit out. Back stick from the ball played in from East Grinstead. So we are back to a familiar sight of a 16 for Hampstead in this quarter. Inviting ball in and just deflected wide past the far post from Hampstead. EG will be quite relieved of that outcome. If you are interested in staying with us on this online stream, after the ladies' game is the match between the East Grinstead men's first team and Hampstead first team in the Premier Division at 6 p.m. down here in East Grinstead. So a double-header weekend for the men and ladies of East Grinstead against Hampstead. Currently, the Hampstead ladies lead East Grinstead 1-0 in the second quarter. This quarter, East Grinstead have been slightly more dominant than Hampstead compared to the first quarter, where Hampstead were on top, obviously scoring very early. East Grinstead will be looking to get something out of their possession in this quarter, just keeping the ball for a bit longer, looking to find the space, create a good opportunity of a shot on goal or win a short corner. Mitchell and Brown combining very nicely, but a turnover to Hampstead on the halfway line, where Hampstead have been quite dominant in attacking down their right-hand side, the left of East Grinstead. And a turnover ball. It's now 3-on-2, 4, and that's a penalty corner to East Grinstead, just for the breakdown and body check on the edge of the circle. So the press of East Grinstead bearing some fruits, causing that turnover, and then ultimately the breakdown by Hampstead to try and protect their lead. So as the East Grinstead ladies set up for the penalty corner, the first of the game, time has just been held due to the Hampstead ladies setting up the protective equipment, not necessarily in time, but the time will be put back on. Ball is played out, slapped in, and a real award for the foot of the first wave runner, and a slap from Chloe Brown. Good running line from Hampstead's first wave runner. They'll look to repeat the same again. Ball out, hit in. That is potentially okay. Umpire's check on the goal. So the goal in question disallowed by the umpires due to the lifted ball above the backboard in the first instance, regardless of the touch off the goalkeeper. So with that rule being in play for a hit of the first shot on target, therefore the goal is disallowed. And Hampstead are still 1-0 up, lucky to survive that. East Grinstead will go again. Ball played in. An unfortunate tackle there. So 16, and Hampstead can breathe a sigh of relief and relax. 4 minutes 40 left in this second quarter of the game. Hampstead received the ball on the shoulder of the circle. Good save by Field, and just waiting to see the umpire's decision. Think it's a short corner award for the lifted ball off the goalkeeper Field. But a very good save in the first instance. So as the East Grinstead ladies set up the protective equipment for the short corner, Hampstead in the huddle discussing which option will work best to bring an outcome of a goal. Now a flurry of short corners in this game so far. East Grinstead ready on the line, with Mitchell running the first wave. Great save by Field. Another great save by Field, and that's a back stick. Very good work from the East Grinstead goalkeeper, Field, and a double save there off the short corner. Ball played in off the touch off an attacker onto the goalkeeper, but from outside the circle, and Answorth on the ball in the corner, just trying to win a free hit to protect the position of East Grinstead. But free hit going Hampstead's way. Great tackle by Mitchell, being 5 on the edge of the circle. Ball in the circle for Hampstead, and scramble of the ball, and the ball is played out, but free hit to East Grinstead. So living dangerously there, East Grinstead, but no harm done. With the score still 1-0 to Hampstead with 1 minute 50 to play in this second quarter. It's a chance from the crowd, EG trying to support the home team to go into halftime level, but ball is away from Eddie Rea. Counter attack, Hampstead potentially on the ball, pick it up, nice flip inside, and short corner to Hampstead and Westminster on the minute mark before half-time. So this will be a key time for Hampstead to score, to take into half-time. East Grinstead will be looking to keep the ball out and not allow any further damage to the scoreboard. So as East Grinstead set up on the line, Hampstead already in position for the push out. Field in goal, looks ready to go. Ball out. Deflection, touch off East Grinstead, defensive touch, so long corner to Hampstead. In the final few seconds of the half. Ball in and across the face, and no one from Hampstead able to pick the ball up inside the circle. So Hampstead lose possession. Great ball, great play down the right-hand side of the field on a good build-up from East Grinstead. Ball in and hoping to get something here. Miss push, but free hits to East Grinstead with the last remaining seconds of the half. East Grinstead want to get something out of this. Just a ball in the circle to create something, which is in the circle, but carried out professionally by Hampstead and win the free hit. And that is half-time here at East Grinstead. Hampstead lead 1-0 as the away team. Really good comeback in the second quarter from East Grinstead, showing a lot more attacking dominance. All set up for a great encounter in the third quarter.
Cisco Meraki began with the pursuit of revolutionary new technology, 100% cloud-managed IT.
Basically an entire network under a single pane of glass.
After more than a decade in business, Meraki continues to innovate, delivering the simplest, most powerful solutions around.
Helping our customers stay ahead of the curve as demands continue to grow.
This means that wireless is expertly designed and engineered, optimized for the real world.
Which means a better user experience, and it's easier to set up.
Meraki's best-in-class network security is updated automatically, giving you a powerful defense and peace of mind.
So no matter the vulnerability, we're always working to keep you covered.
And ambitious goals don't require cumbersome tools and a team of experts to achieve.
So you can finally get rid of all of these.
Now your networks can be configured in minutes, even for hundreds of sites around the world.
Wait, really?
Yes, really. Plus, you can manage your networks from anywhere.
Seriously, Dad?
I was just trying to finish something up.
Today, IT isn't just racks and cables in a server room. It's working with sales, marketing, and the C-suite to solve business problems. It's intelligent insights giving you an edge in decision-making. It's giving you time back to focus on the work that really matters. It's powerful technology for everyone. So get smart and work simple.
And we're underway in the second half of the East Grinstead versus Hampstead Westminster game. Thanks for coming back.
So there's a corner to East Grinstead with some tenacious pressing from Alex Malzer. So as the game's progressed, we've picked up a few more short corners on both sides. Let's see what East Grinstead can do with this one. And again, Unsworth puts the ball in the back of the goal, but it's been given as a 16. Not quite sure what the reason for that was. In fact, it appears that the shot went slightly wide and somehow came back inside the goal. Here comes Hampstead on the right-hand side. Spread the ball nicely. Trying to move the ball across the midfield. The press is not quite as high as it has been in the first half, but they seem to be finding it reasonably easy to get through that East Grinstead midfield. It needs to be fixed. Good tracking back by Liv Breed and a great interception by Laura Unsworth. Can she find Tess Howard? She can. Here comes Tess up on the right wing. Ellie Rea is absolutely sprinting up through the centre of the pitch. And unfortunately, Ellie has lost the ball to the Hampstead number 19. Great ball out of defence from Unsworth, straight to Tess Howard, who's making ground on the inside right channel on the edge of the D. A fantastic spin and turn. She's taken it past 3 players. A great save by the Hampstead goalkeeper, literally a fantastic save by the Hampstead goalkeeper, and a second follow-up save with a foot. Really under pressure there from Ellie Rea and Tess. Tenacious tackling there from Guadalupe Lacourte, puts the Hampstead player on the ground, but it appeared that she'd taken the ball. Not quite sure what the free hit was for. Here comes Hampstead again. Really high press there from East Grinstead, Liv Breed, Ellie Rea and Tess Howard. Here comes Ellie Rea on the left-hand side this time, mirroring Tess Howard's recent attack. She's been checked and she's trying to bring it back inside. Thinks she's put it on a foot and she's been given that foot by the referee on that side of the pitch. Much to the frustration of the Hampstead team, but giving them time to set themselves. Here comes a transfer around Harriet Mitchell from Sally Syme. Over it comes to Amy Thompson. Amy Thompson, number 6, to Alex Malzer, number 5. And it turns out to be a long corner for East Grinstead, which Amy Thompson will take. Back to Harriet, across to Sally, and is it going to go out to Chloe Brown? It's found its way to her, although it's going to be another long corner to East Grinstead. Much better spreading the ball around by East Grinstead, higher transfer. Courtney Hansford getting in the mix there, can't quite turn the ball around. Our scoreboard here at the grounds shows 7 minutes and 30 seconds. What you see on the screen is about 7 minutes and 10 seconds. So perhaps there's been some stoppages. Now Hampstead have it in the right-hand corner. Great tackle there from Sally Simon. Up comes Ellie Rea again. She's looking to break that speed out and make up some ground. Fabulous cheering from the kids from Perth School. I think there's about 50 of them who have come here today to support Tess Howard, who was a former pupil of Perth. If you know East Grinstead, you'll know that one of our most beloved former players, Glenn Kirkham, also very involved at Perth School. I believe he's Director of Sport, and so it's lovely to see that continued relationship. We're hoping to welcome him at a home game fairly soon. Amy Thompson there making a fabulous tackle on the reverse side. Tess Howard attracting lots of cheers from the Perth School. She certainly seems to be buoyed by their support. She's certainly putting the miles in today. Another solid transfer by Hampstead, and a interception by Carlotta Gomez. Fantastic interception, just unfortunately carries the ball slightly over the line. Looks like Carlotta's come on to the right defensive position. Looks like the current East Grinstead forward line is Liv Breed, Anna Faustich and Tess Howard, 15, 16 and 14. And midfield, Courtney Hansford, Sally Simon, actually trying to work out some of the characters there. It looks like Laura Unsworth's dropped back to more of a screen player. Shuffling from side to side, watching where she thinks the Hampstead team's going to make their attack from. It's a fantastic reverse stick goal line save from East Grinstead. Not quite sure how they managed to achieve that. Izzy Field making her presence felt, but then the Hampstead player managing to try to loop the ball over the top of her. This game certainly has the drama. One goal disallowed for East Grinstead, a score at 1-0 down, and 4.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Rhea and Bray are back on the pitch now alongside Anna Faustich. And let's see if Moutzer, Simon, Hansford across the midfield can break up the Hampstead attacks. Courtney's done just that down the inside left-hand channel, and I can see Pippa Locke and Guadalupe Lacourt lining up to come onto the pitch, most likely in the midfield positions. There's a very solid goal there from Hampstead. Difficult to put any other words on it. A shot from the inside right channel, just inside the circle. I'd have to say that I think both sides are playing a lot better and it's more even, but East Grinstead's 2 or 3 attacks in that third quarter so far haven't really come to what we need. Hampstead, of course, have got a little bit more of a zip about them now, having scored that second goal in this third quarter. East Grinstead need to assert themselves on this game as quickly as they can in order to put themselves in a good position to have a strong finish. Carlotta Gomez has picked that ball up in the right-hand channel again, just come past 3 players and managed to play the ball out down to Tess Howard. Looks like we've got that free hit, which I think Carlotta will take just in front of the halfway line. And she's throwing an aerial, which is almost picked up by Ellie Raya, but given against for the Hampstead players. And Sophie Bray's press rewards her with the ball, but the free hit's gone against her. Down Hampstead coming down the inside right channel and clearing up on the swath. Plays a slightly misguided pass to Pippa Locke. Hampstead leave that ball beautifully for their left attacker to pick up, and it's swatted out of the goal by Pippa Locke, and Guadalupe has that ball on the left-hand side. Finds Sophie Bray, who's looped it over the first defender's stick, and now the Perth girls are screaming their heads off as the East Grinstead players attack. The sun comes out, but the dark skies do not bode well for the next passage of play. An aerial over the East Grinstead midfield from Hampstead is picked up, and they seem to manage to pick up their attack with Sally Syme defending in that left-hand side corner. It could be Amy Thompson, actually. I think that's Amy. Fantastic defending from East Grinstead with Tess Howard all the way back in the D, and having given us the ball, it looks like the umpire wants us to bring the ball back 50 metres to take it again from a spot about 6 feet from where it actually was taken. Ball popped through to Sophie Bray. She's into a perfect position, and she slots a classic Sophie Bray goal on the reverse side. Surely they can't disallow that one. And it's on the stroke of the third quarter. We have a few moments of respite for the team to regroup and see if they can pick up that momentum. But very good to see that even though EG went into the second half a goal down, and the third quarter is a 1-1 draw. So always the risk in the third quarter, which team is going to exit the quarter with the momentum. Hopefully East Grinstead have managed to do that just at the last. Right, so as we approach the beginning of the fourth quarter, 17.5 minutes to go, the girls are lining up now, and certainly the EG have shown that they've got the ability to put the ball in the back of the net. Unfortunately, illegally the first time, with the Unsworth's corner being judged to have gone too high, even though it did hit the backboard, probably looped over. Very much reliant on a classic Sophie Bray goal that got us back in the game. I think I'm being told that actually that disallowed goal was deflected off the keeper, but nevertheless wasn't given to EG. Couple of short, sharp passes at the beginning of this quarter, and sees EG are making an attempt to attack out the right side. Very, very busy Alex Meltzer with the ball, and it's being swung back to Harriet Mitchell, She decides not to continue to play it across to the left, but she's going to have another bite of this, and over it goes to Chloe Brown, Irish. Not Charlie Brown, as was noted by Hockey World News and England Hockey a couple of weeks ago, but actually Chloe Brown. Aerial from Hampstead to get out of trouble. Again, picked up by Chloe Brown on the left-hand defensive spot. Unfortunately, the pass to Pippa Locke's just taken the ball out of play. So Hampstead have the ball just over the halfway line. Intercepted very, very smartly there by Guadalupe Lacourt with a beautiful little pass behind her. And up it comes to Sophie Bray. Couldn't quite get the reverse pass across, but she found a foot, I think, of Grace Balsden. Again, in it goes. Come to Ellie Rare. And Ellie Rare's grounded herself trying to make that shot. Alex Meltzer fighting very hard to get the ball, but a 16 for East Grinstead. And goodness me, it looked like EG had a chance there to get that equaliser very, very early in the fourth quarter. Hampstead are definitely in a game here, I think. If we'd have managed to avoid conceding that goal in the first 3 or 4 minutes, the picture would be slightly different right now. But that's what happened, and we're paying the price for it at the moment. Terrier-like defending by Ellie Raya and Guadalupe Lacourt, and Unsworth looks to play a quick pass up into the centre to Tess Howard, who wins a free hit at 6 millimetres outside the circle. Hampstead player takes time to do her laces, but her teammate Grace has shoveled a long aerial diagonally to the right-hand side as she runs past Chloe Brown, but Lockie's there to help out, and a hard cross that deflects off the back for a Hampstead long corner. About 14.5 minutes left to go, and Hampstead take the long corner again down the right-hand side. Lots of communication from Laura Unsworth, and Sophie Bray nearly picks up the ball, but looks like she was tumbled off it by the Hampstead player, who's being summoned by the umpire, who's brandishing a green card. So one of the Hampstead players has just come off, number 10 for Hampstead. She'll have a couple of minutes rest. Out it comes to Carlotta Gomez on the right-hand side. Deflection into the middle of the pitch, and Guadalupe Lacourt can't quite control that bouncing ball from the Hampstead deflection. Three EG girls pressing on the Hampstead player, and Lockie comes away with the ball. Can she keep it for East Grinstead, and can we turn that into a decisive attack? Unfortunately not. Chloe Brown not able to keep the ball on the green part of the pitch, and it rolls off to the blue. Tess Howard and Courtney Hansford lining out ready to go back onto the pitch. Sally Simon, a foul stitch, and Tomo, Amy Thompson on the bench at the moment. I'm sure they'll be coming back on in the next few minutes. Unzi's demanding the ball in the middle of the pitch. She gets it and plays the ball up to Courtney Hansford, who beats the first player and makes a lovely pass up to Liv Breed on the right wing. Manages to keep possession and plays it out to Tess Howard. Carlotta Rodriguez back to Courtney Hansford. Nice bit of team play there. Lovely pass back to G. Carlotta plays it into the D. Unfortunately, Hampstead come away with the ball. Holly Hunt showing her class there with a diagonal run from the left-hand side and now finds herself in the inside right channel. Many East Grinstead players have had a nibble at that but can't quite get the ball off her. Obviously a very talented player, just come back from the Commonwealth, and that gold medal on her university ground. East Grinstead have managed to take the ball off the Hampstead players, and Tess Howard is drawing the cheers from the school kids. A high degree of urgency from the East Grinstead team, which is excellent to see. 10 minutes to go and really pushing hard, really trying to keep that ball speed high and keep possession of the ball, whilst of course trying to find those openings in the attacking side. Carlotta comes off and Amy Thompson goes on the right hand side. Unsworth's having a rest for a few minutes. Pippa Locke plays the ball into the circle, but it's picked up by one of the Hampstead defenders. Valstitch and Bray lining up to go on up front. And the rotations are happening fast and furiously at the moment. Deflected pass from Amy Thompson up the right to Sally Syme. Those two know each other well from playing together over the last 3 years at Nottingham University. Very good understanding, but Amy's last pass just goes slightly awry. Meltzer now also lined up to come on. So that's Faustich, Bray and Meltzer. Off comes Liv Breed. Off comes Guadalupe Lecourt. Unsworth back on after probably, I reckon, a 90-second break, if that. Hampstead player hits an air shot, completely misses the ball, and it's gone to 16 for East Grinstead. Hopefully she's not injured. She looked like she may have injured herself, but I think she's in good shape. It's been suggested that perhaps her pride was the most injured thing, but anyway, she certainly took a moment to gather herself before coming back on. Unsworth plays the ball up the right side. Meltzer can't quite deflect it into the path of Anna Felstich or Bray, but more efforts to get those forward passes going. Unsworth looks up and it's pretty obvious to most people who she's looking at when she gets that ball. Bray's just 7 or 8 metres too far away from her though. Fabulous play from Chloe Brown, as always, in the left-hand defensive position. Unsworth under pressure from one of the Hampstead forwards, manages to get it out to Bray. Fantastic defending and tackle from Amy Thompson. Took quite a hit there from the Hampstead player. Amy's quite a tough cookie there. small bruise to her jaw a few weeks ago. Chip only took her a week to come back to playing again. A ball brought down by Harriet Mitchell, and who's then subsequently awarded the free hit. Difficult bouncing pass for Anna Faustich to pick up, but she's giving her best efforts to disrupt Holly Hunt's play. Seven minutes remaining, according to the scoreboard at the ground. Ali Raya is now back on the pitch with Bray and Faustich, and Guadalupe Lacourte is lining up with Tess Howard to go back on. Suspect to push for that last few minutes, see if we can grab something from this game. You may begin to hear the drum in the background as the EG faithful start to build up their energy in the closing moments of the game. They've just arrived. Tess Howard with the ball on the right wing. Manages to put it onto a Hampstead foot, wins the free hit just inside the sideline. Hard hit across the pitch, doesn't find either an East Grinstead or a Hampstead stick. Approaching the 5-minute mark according to the scoreboard at the ground. Hampstead goalkeeper just doing something to her equipment. Fantastic pick-up by Answorth. Guadalupe Lacourte with a ball and an equalising goal from Sophie Bray. Beautiful team goal there. Fabulous play out of defence from Chloe Brown in that left-hand spot. Played it to Unsworth in the central midfield position. Found its way to Guada Lacourte in the right-hand inside channel. He managed to play it inside to Bray to beautifully tip it over the goalkeeper's diving defensive stick. East Grinstead feel like they've got the momentum, but we know this is fragile in these sorts of games. Hampstead have an immense amount of quality, and with 4.5 minutes remaining, you could see as this game still could be anybody's. Holly Hunt just managed to take the ball off Alex Moutzer's stick. Unsworth clearing up the mess, and here comes Moutzer, and she's showing a lot of energy and drive up the right-hand wing. Head up nicely, looking for Tess Howard, who she finds. Tess tries to play it inside. Bray can't quite reach it as it gets deflected off the back line. Really fast interplay at the edge of the D, sees the ball into the circle. Moutzer's got it. She's desperately looking for that corner. Now Hampstead come away, and again it's that Holly Hunt, number 24. I think that's Holly Hunt. Distinctive hair, but East Grinstead managed to take the ball off, and it comes around the back to Amy Thompson, who's going to look up the right-hand channel to Alex Moutzer. Unfortunately, plays the ball onto her own foot. Fantastic attempt from Howard to find Pippa Locke, couldn't quite find her. Unsworth showing her skill and class from the centre midfield with 3 Hampstead players around her. That's created space for Lockie down the right wing. Can she play a ball across? It's just gone off the back line, but I think that was deflected off of a Hampstead stick. Then comes Unsworth again to Lockie. Unsworth's got the ball on the inside right channel and over it goes. Stolen again by Bray. Another deflection, this time off a Hampstead foot. Gives a free hit to East Grinstead right on the edge of the circle, which Unsworth's going to take. Got to figure out what options. She moves the ball back a few yards to be able to play it into the circle, but it's taken very, very high by the Hampstead defender. Now, here comes Guadalacourt on the inside right channel, and a replica of the last goal again straight to Bray, who this time just plays it just over the left-hand top corner. And according to the local scoreboard, we're in the last 2 minutes. I think online it says 2 minutes and 50, so we'll see what the referees are doing with the timing. I'm told that the scoreboard's closer, so whatever you're seeing on the screen, you can pretty much take 60 seconds off it, and you've got a good idea of how long there is to play. The Perth School with their shouts of "Go EG." Long ball out of defence from Sally Syme to Ellie Rare. Ellie can't quite control it, so Hampstead have the 16. Be interesting to see what their strategy is for the last 90 seconds. Hampstead now on the attack with the ball in the central midfield position, and a reverse shot goes off the back line. Less than 1 minute left now. Unsworth taking the 16s. Guadalacourt totally obstructed by 2 Hampstead players who roll the ball back. One of those Hampstead players is going to take a rest for the remainder of the game. East Grinstead really pushing hard. The Hampstead player has not gone off though, so let's see what happens here.
Theo, less than 60 seconds.
Pass into the circle from Unsworth leads to Hampstead walking the ball out. It looks like things are just slightly fizzling out. Not quite sure how Hampstead were able to take that free hit from 15 metres away from where it actually took place, but they have the ball. And we must be down to the last 15 seconds or so now as Hampstead walk out of the circle. They win the free hit as a sideline, hit in just before the halfway line, play the ball across to the left defender, and there is the final whistle and a 2-2 draw, which actually is a pretty good outcome and a pretty amazing game. Both sets of players falling on their knees and resting after what was a pretty intense 70 minutes of hockey.
Certainly a Surbiton side stacked full of international caps. But can they overcome East Grinstead? Time to find out as Surbiton, all in black, their away strip, playing from left to right as we look at it on the screen. Early touch here for Holly Payne, who's been with the club a number of years now, has been influential into so many of their successes, as has Georgie Twigg, who passes it on there to Sophie Hamilton.